How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I am actually doing another tier list ranking for Skyrim, and today it's going to be the different characters within Skyrim. So, throughout Skyrim, you meet all different types of characters with different quests, different personalities, and I'm going to rank them based on how fun they are, how annoying they are, and just overall, my overall experience with these characters. So, if y'all agree or disagree, let me know what you think in the comments. And yeah, let's have a good time with it. Again, this is just my opinion, so feel free to give me feedback in the comments and what y'all think as well, especially if you disagree. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first one here, we have Ayla the Huntress. So she is in the Companions, and she's a pretty essential character in the game. You can actually make her your wife eventually. And the one thing that kind of bugs me about her is her persistence on being a werewolf. Like she is really into it. Like even Vilkas and Farkas try to become cleanse themselves at the end, and she sticks to it. So I'm gonna put her at a B just because she's fun and she's pretty iconic in the game as well, and she's really nice. Second, we have Astrid. And if you don't know, she is the leader of the Dark Brotherhood till she gets fried when the whole sanctuary gets burned down. But she is, when you meet her, she's literally sitting in a shed and kind of like kidnaps you after you perform or show up after Aventus Arantino performs the Black Sacrament. So she is definitely a really fun character. And I'd be tempted to put her at S. I think I'm gonna put her at S because I love the Dark Brotherhood and she's such a mysterious and fun character, and her voice is really cool as well. I also wanted to mention that there's thousands of characters in the game and about 10 voice actors and actresses, so a lot of them have the same voice, but they all have different personalities, which is great. So then we have Jarl Balgruuf the Greater of Whiterun. Whoops, didn't mean to put him there. But he is a fun character. It kind of looks like he just doesn't care about anything, just the way he sits, which is pretty funny as well. But he has some pretty influential quotes in the game, and he overall is a really good guy. He kind of stays in the middle between the Stormcloaks and Imperials, doesn't really pick a side, and he genuinely wants what's best for his people, which I think is important for y'all to have. And he's not too greedy as well. And he sees value in all his people as well. So I'm gonna put him at B because I think he's essential for the game. He's probably my favorite Jarl in the game besides Ulfric. But now we have Brynjolf, who he's the one you originally meet to get into the Thieves Guild. He helps you, puts you up to the mysterious task of stealing Madesi's ring, and he kind of ropes you into the whole Thieves Guild, and he is a really fun character. I would put him at S, besides the fact that he stops talking to you once you complete the Thieves Guild and become the guild master. Because he just tells you he's busy, but what do you mean you're busy? I'm the guild master. So I'm gonna put him at A. However, he would be at S if that weren't the case. Next, we have good old Cicero, and I actually just made a video on Cicero, so go check that out if you haven't. But he's a really fun character. He can become your follower, quite the story behind him as well. He has a lot of funny quotes. So I'm gonna put him at S. I think he's just really fun. He gets annoying sometimes. I'm gonna put him at A actually. He gets annoying at times, but I think he's adds a lot of personality to the game, and he's just very fun, and he's very different from all the other characters too. Next, we have Delphine of the Blades. So you meet her in Riverwood in the inn, and she kind of progresses the main quest, introduces you to Esbern, tells you what the Blades are all about. But while she's fun, you get to kill dragons with her, and she's very essential to the game. She ends up wanting you to kill Parthenax, which most players don't want to do. I never really want to do. And they won't talk to you at the end until them. So they're very stubborn and kind of stuck in their own way. And however, they say they serve the Dragonborn, and yet they do what they want to do, and you have to kill Parthenox for them to talk to you. So I'm gonna put her at C just because she's essential to the game, but she definitely has some character flaws that I'm not a big fan of. Now we have Jarl Elisif from Solitude. Now she's nice, you just don't interact with her too much. Her husband's the one, I believe Torrig, who gets killed by Ulfric, who was the High King. I'm gonna put her at D just because I don't think she's that essential to the storyline of the game, and you don't interact with her too much. Like I have no problem with her, but if she wasn't in the game, it wouldn't make too big of a difference, if that makes sense. Now we have good old Faendal. You find him in Riverwood. He can become your follower. He's a lot of people's first follower in the game, and he's made so many memorable moments, whether it's his dumb quotes or just funny things he does. I'm gonna put him at B because everyone loves Faendal. It's like a love-hate relationship, but yeah, he's very necessary for the game. So now we have, I'm going to do Vilcus and Farkas together. Um, they are also in the companions, and unlike Aela, they actually want to get rid of their, guess they're being a werewolf. So that adds to it, and I think they're overall just good dudes in general. Like they'll always have your back. So I'm going to put them both at B. If I can, I'll find, I don't know which one this is. I think this is Vilcus, but I'll find Farkas later too. Let's see. He is down here. Perfect. All right. Now we have the Whiterun Guards. So these guys are notorious for their funny and goofy quotes like I used to be a warrior like you, then I took an arrow to the knee. So they're always fun. They're they're not too essential to the game, but it would make a difference if they were not in the game, which I think is important. So I'm gonna put them at C as well. Like they don't have the biggest personalities, but it's just nice to have them there in the background. So then we have, I'm going to skip this guy. I forgot what his name is, but I know who he is. Now we have Irileth, and she is Jarl Balgruuf's bodyguard, I guess. And she always kind of questions you when you come in there, and I don't know. Like, she doesn't do too much, but she's always just there. So I'm going to put her at D, because she really doesn't add much to the story. The only thing you really do with her is go kill that dragon by the watchtower. And then maybe when the Stormcloak Imperial fight happens, something happens. But besides that, there's really not that much with her. Here we have Isran, who is the leader of the Dawn Guard. He's the one who starts it. And overall, he's just kind of a badass guy. And he has a lot of cool quotes. And the Dawn Guard quest in general is fun. So I want to put him at A. So I think he's a cool character. Very hard nosed, doesn't put up with crap. So he's going at A. Here we have Jazargo. We actually just met him in my playthrough, but he is an apprentice at the College of Winterhold. He's kind of cocky, very full of himself, and he'll let you test his Flame Cloak spell, which always ends up backfiring. But if you do that for him, he'll eventually ask to be your follower or be okay with being your follower. And he's a cool guy, and it's different. You don't meet many Khajiit in the game besides the caravans, so I'm gonna put him at B as well, maybe A, but somewhere in between here. Here we have Lydia. She can be your house Carl. She's in Whiterun. Really nothing too special about her. Like, yeah, like she's cool, but like she's not too essential to the game as well. So I'm not gonna go in depth about her. So I'm gonna put her at D. And here we have here is Mercer Frey. So he was the leader of the Thieves Guild when you first get in. And at first you're like, wow, like this guy means business. He doesn't put up with crap. And then you start kind of seeing like, wow, the guild's not doing very well. Like it just seems like something's wrong with him. Start kind of seeing these flaws in his personality. Eventually you'll meet Carlia and you realize that his whole personality is a facade and he's a betrayer to the Thieves Guild. I'm gonna put him at S because I think he adds so much to the storyline of the game. And overall, his voice is cool, and I just love that part of the Thieves Guild. I think it's awesome. So I'm putting him at S. Here we have, let's see, let's go to Nazim. We'll save him for last. I think we know where we're gonna put him based on this chart. Here we have Nazir from the Dawn Guard. Now, I like Nazir. I just think a lot of the other characters in the Dawn Guard are more interesting, like Cicero and Astrid, even like the little kid. Like, there's a lot of interesting characters, and he's one of the few that survive when the Dawn Guard get attacked. So that's interesting, and he's very loyal. So I'm gonna put him at B. Like, I don't think he's anything special, but I think I love the Dawn Guard, so I think he's interesting as well. All right, here we have Parthenax. Now, he's the dragon that the Blades and Delphine want you to kill. And I think he's really wise, very nice dragon. It's really cool being able to talk to a dragon as well. But some of his audio, and you just have to sit there and talk to him, it gets so boring at times. So I'm going to put him at B as well. I'm putting him above Delphine. So he has no hate towards anyone anymore. He used to be a serious war criminal, but he's changed, he's fixed his ways, but he just gets a little boring sometimes. That's the main thing. It's also cool how he lives in the third of the world, so that's awesome. Here we have Ralof, who you meet at the very beginning with Hadvar. You get to choose to follow Ralof or Hadvar. In my playthrough, we actually followed Hadvar. Since I'm an Imperial, I thought, well, it's kind of necessary. But a lot of people follow Ralof. He takes you to Girder's mill in Riverwood, and she takes you in, and he's very nice. The only thing is that's the extent of him in the game. So I'm going to put him at C, just because there's not too much to him. And then here we have Serana. Now she is in the Dawn Guard quest. She's a vampire, and you kind of help her escape being held captive in this castle with the Elder Scroll. And she'll follow you, and you have to return her to Castle Volcar. And she's just a really cool and different follower. So I'm gonna put her at S tier as well. I think she's just badass as well. So definitely really like her. Now, this guy is in the Quest in Solitude. I forgot his name. It's when you go down like the Pelagius's wing, and this might be Pelagius. That might be his name, but his wing in the Solitude Blue Palace, and he gives you the Wabbajack, and you have to do all these funky things, and it's a very different and fun quest. But honestly, he gets kind of annoying at times. Like it's pretty like funny, but then it gets annoying after a while. I'm gonna put him. I'm gonna put him at C. Well, I'll put him at B. We have a lot of people at B, but I'm going to put him there. Then we also have General Tullius, who, just like Ulfric, he's the leader of the Imperials. And honestly, he's fine. He's just not that exciting, but he's very cool. Like, he's kind of iconic as well. He represents the whole Imperial army. So I'm going to put him at C. Now we have Ulfric. Him, on the other hand, first of all, his voice is really cool. He's like the deepest voice in the game. I already uploaded a short of him saying legends don't burn down villages. So that's awesome. And I just think the Stormcloaks in general are really cool. Like their outfits are cool. So I want to put him at A. I think he's just a really iconic and fun character, and he can shout, which is really cool as well. So I'm going to put him there. Then we have, who is this? I forgot who this is, so I'm gonna put her at D. But yeah, she's not as important. Same with this. I don't know who this woman is. Y'all have to let me know who these two people are. This guy, I forgot his name, but his quest is pretty annoying. It's like a demon or Dremora or something. But I'm gonna put him at C as well. Then we have the cultist. I'm gonna put him at C. Can't really remember too much about these. And this person, I don't even know who this is as well. I'm gonna put him at C, but y'all will have to let me know who they are. There's just so many characters in the game, but I'm surprised they didn't put Esbern in this list as well. I would have liked to rate him. I probably would have put him below Delphine because I honestly, maybe with her, because I just find them both annoying, especially Esbern at the end. They have to go into the rat way and get him out of there. I mean, I get it because like everyone's coming after him, but yeah. And we also end this whole list with Nazim. Everyone loves Nazim. I'm gonna put him up here. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna put him at the Nazim thing. He's just iconic. Like everyone hates him and kills him in a funny way. But yeah, Whiterun wouldn't be the same without him. That's all I'm gonna say. But let me know what y'all think. If y'all agree with this list, if y'all disagree. But I had fun making it. I love doing these ratings. I love rating things in general. But yeah, I appreciate y'all watching. Like and subscribe and if you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.